And we are starting with the first pitch from the team with the name 3D Strong. Welcome on the stage, introduce yourself, and once you do that, the timer will start.
Hello, my name is Maria. I'm CEO and co-founder of the company 3D Strong. We developed additives which will increase mechanical strength and durability of the 3D printer materials. Nowadays, 3D printing industry are almost used for prototyping because existing material has low mechanical strength and durability. We developed additives which will allow to print real things for real use. We already tested our material with industrial partners. We did independent test results. The test result proved that adding just 10 milligrams of our additive to the 1 liter of existing liquid polymers will increase mechanical strength and durability of the end product 3 times. Our additives can be used not only for 3D printed materials, but also for polymer plastics metals, and can be used in such industries as aerospace, healthcare, automotive, and many others. Our technology is protected with know-how, and we already registered 2 patents. We have a very strong team. Our R&D team has experienced more than 25 years in nanotechnology field and in material science. Me and my colleague Yanis, we are responsible for the business part of the company, and we have experienced more than 25 years in business development and in 3D printing industry. Also, we are supported by ABC Accelerator Group, EIT Raw Material, INAM, and Reactor Commercialization. In 2020, 3D Strong was named among of top 5 carbon nanotube startup impacting engineering. Our original business model was to selling our additive to the 3D printed material and chemicals producers. This business model did not work because end-use material producers and industrial customers, they buying pre-compounded materials instead to mixing their own compounds. We decided to change our business model and develop our own product. This product can be sold to the material production and to industrial customers. We developed high-strength compounds with carbon nanotubes from the most recycled polymers that we can to sold as granulated filaments and powder forms. With 3D printing, many high-value products can be made from our materials, such as formworks, pipeline components, renewable energy, mechanical, and many others. Our business model is selling our carbon nanotubes reinforced materials to the material distributors, to the printing manufacturers, and industrial customers. In 5 years' time, we already get financed at about 700,000 euro. For this money, we developed our carbon nanotubes additive technology. At the moment, we are looking for the investment. We are looking for the 500,000 euro to establish commercial pilot products on site with capacity at about 10 tons in a month, with the revenue at about 2 million euro in a year and the profit about 1 million euro. Thank you for your attention. Let's explore the future of sustainable manufacturing. Open to your questions.
Excellent. Thank you very much. A round of applause. She was on time. Thank you for that. Are those 3D printed?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Nails also.
Maybe I should get those. Excellent. Jury, are you ready? You have 2 minutes. Go.
I have a question. What is this legislation, regulator, REACH qualification and REACH registration for your carbon nanotube production?
Quick answer.
Sorry, I don't know, it's something with micro or not, because I can't hear properly the questions, yeah.
The question is, what is the REACH registration for your CNT nano?
Nano-REACH, we know, like carbon nanotubes, still under REACH research. It's still people looking and don't know what it's.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
It's
next up, please do speak in your microphones. Mikko, let's go.
Yeah, thanks, Maria. It was good to see some recent developments and progress and pivoting your business model. Far too often I see young startups addressing or trying to bring their solution for too many industrial applications. You mentioned airspace, medical, defense, which all take a relative long time to convince and meet the end use needs. So what would be your spearhead application area or industry that you would bring your solution first to a market?
I think automotive, because we're using now 3D printing and they're looking for new solutions for applying to automotive industry. I think it could be automotive and some industrials.
15 seconds, Nikolai.
Just to continue what Mika said, it's with whom particularly do you talk right now about which particular application?
Okay, quick answer.
With 3D printer materials producers.
Okay.
All right. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause. 3D Strong. Thank you for kicking things off. Very brave. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We're moving on to the next team called Spidero. Is Spidero here? Please welcome on the stage for a round of applause. You can do better. You can do better. You have to convince them to do better. The timer is there in the middle. Once you start talking, the timer goes. Good luck.
Honorable investors, distinguished guests, welcome. My name is Valdemars, and today I'll introduce you to a material that is going to change the automotive industry as we know it. It has many industrial applications, but I'll focus today on the automotive. First, how many of you are driving with a vehicle? Daily, weekly? Quite many, right? On average, a single passenger vehicle emits 4.6 metric tons of carbon dioxide. In addition, the petrol and diesel vehicles are not going away anytime soon. To be honest, in terms of sustainability within the automotive industry, we've made a decent progress so far, like with EVs, etc., etc. But nevertheless, we still need to invest solid efforts to continue sustainable vehicle production. And that's why at Spidero, we help manufacturers of high-performance and luxury vehicles to build safer, lighter, and more sustainable vehicle parts using our artificial spider silk. That's right, artificial spider silk, which is advanced material. Let me explain how it's obtained. So first, the spider proteins are purified within a bioreactor. Then two, they're chemically modified to get the desired set of properties, which is actually our know-how. And to mention a few, they are like lightweight, durable, extensible, and many others. And then third, they are spinned to turn them from a liquid state into a solid state. Today, ladies and gentlemen, I am proud to announce that we have signed letter of intent with our main partner, Lias, to commercialize spider silk within the automotive industry. We're going to make money through sub-licensing to automotive players by issuing both exclusive and non-exclusive licenses. Now, we have not only signed a letter of intent with our main partner, we are also loved by the local media like Delfi and Latvijas Avīze, and we have 3+ advisors from the industry. Right now, we are working on obtaining substantial market evidence and landing industrial partner. Now, I've been privileged to be working with two top geniuses in their field of expertise. They are organic chemists, Gins and Kristaps. They are the brains behind the spider silk so that I can focus on the commercialization of this venture and do things that I'm really passionate about, like speaking with customers, with partners, with investors, and actually being here on the stage in front of you guys. And I think we're making a brilliant team here together. Now, within 6+ months, we're going to open a fundraise, and we're looking for investors with whom to work as real partners and share the road to success together. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm excited for the future ahead of us. Let's connect and have a coffee. Thank you.
Thank you very much. These are trained professionals, always on time. If they're the top geniuses, who's on top in the end?
Pardon, repeat the second part of the sentence?
Who's on top in the end? If they're
on
both
top, they're both on top.
Very
you know,
good.
they're competing for the top. Yeah.
He's on the edge. He's on adrenaline. Very good. Jury, 2 minutes. Let's go.
Yeah.
Okay, why Spider Silk will turn all automotive industry for best future? Why particularly Spider Silk?
Why Spider Silk is going to change the automotive industry? Because like we're currently conducting qualitative customer interviews, but as far as we understand, like both the sustainability and the lightweight part is of utmost importance. And by being, so having a Spider Silk as a material in these parts, first will reduce the CO2 emissions, and two, it's going to make the vehicles more lightweight. And that way they will emit eventually less CO2. Did I answer your question?
All right, who's up next? Mikko?
Your tier level is relatively low yet, and that's
Indeed.
okay. But how have you validated your value proposition with the automotive industry? Do they really, I understand the need to reduce the weight, but have you done any validation with the automotive industry or any subcontractor to the automobile?
You mean through pilot studies? For
pilot studies for anything?
We haven't yet. As I said, I'm currently conducting qualitative customer interviews to get substantial market evidence. I've been speaking with such players as Ferrari, Bentley, and Pagani, and we're still in talks to understand what would be the most feasible, let's say, vehicle parts that can be used, and also to discuss potential partnerships in the future.
Considering the tier level, considering your traction so far, Ferrari, Bugatti, whatever, are you investment ready?
We're not. Sir, to be direct and honest, we're not yet investment ready, and that's why I'm looking for both partners and investors with whom to work collaboratively as partners in order to raise the TRL like to form, to validate on a lab scale, and then further move on to move it into mass production.
Okay, thank you. Very good presentation and pitch indeed.
Yeah, thank you. I really
Rounds of applause. Spidero,
Yeah,
furious as a Ferrari. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you for the presentation.
Yeah, good luck.
Thank you. Good luck.
Yeah.
And let's call up on the stage next up Acoustic Technologies and Preparing Spectrally and Snow Vision. A round of applause for Acoustic Technologies. Here you go, sir.
Sure.
Yes.
Okay.
4 minutes are
Hello.
yours.
I'm really glad to see you all here today. I am Roland from Acoustic Technologies, and I like to talk. In fact, everybody of us does like to talk, and it's nothing to be ashamed of. But in workspace environments, our chitter-chatter is not welcomed. Harvard research, in fact, in 2021 led to the conclusion that a human speech-made noises was one of the biggest and most important pollutants in workspace environment, making it impossible for people to communicate with each other and work properly. That is why high ambient noise levels are a really big problem, and why many companies today are turning for acoustic solutions. Conducted research shows that because of this pollution, 86 minutes every day of productivity is lost due to these pollutions of noise. Thus, 76% of them are incapable of working in these environments and are dissatisfied with their working conditions, overall greatly impacting communities' revenue. Nevertheless, open space offices are modern reality with a potential of 32,000. The mission of Acoustic Technologies is to develop furniture that helps your working environment make quieter. Our precise calculations, distinguished material selection, and optimized geometry will guarantee that if you are using our technology, you will be more acoustically efficient without the need to install acoustic panels or intrusively change the layout of your office. Our intellectual property is uniquely engineered sound absorption system with 3D layered materials able to adapt to office furniture, thus providing reliable sound results in high, mid, and low frequencies. We should especially look at the mid frequencies because this is our human speech-made noise. But a lot of nowadays acoustic furniture is not really capable of capturing these mid frequencies. And that is what makes us different from other competitors in the field. Co-working space and office space developers, as well as interior designers and state-owned institutions, we have selected as our main clientele. business to business, describes our sales model the best way. We believe that now it is the best time to develop our product because the market isn't too saturated and acoustic furniture has a huge potential in the next few years. Our target market consists of 7,000 potential customers in Europe, of total potential customer circle of 32,000, with a strong focus on customer retention and acquisition. At the moment, we aim to capture our local market of around 300 clientele. Based on our lab tests, we estimate that the noise reducement will be in your office up to 70%. Also, we have established that potential partnership with the companies in their field that are really great in Latvia, such as Latvijas Finieris and Curiosity Center Futurimo. Our team consists of scientists and engineers that are actively working in the acoustic field, internationally as well. But what we are doing today, we are looking for additional experts and global partnership that would bring us to the wider audience and tell us our story. So, saying that, let's have a productively quiet talk, and thank you for your attention.
Thank you. Thank you, Roland. What a artistic and beautiful presentation. Thank you for that. Ladies and gentlemen, there are some seats here, so please do come around behind the jury, take those seats. A lot of seats here, don't be standing. But we love you anyways. Jury, 2 minutes are yours. Let's start.
Thank you. I catch the word lab test. So you were testing the material or the three-dimensional structure, or what are you testing, and do you have a prototype, or are these just demo pictures for demonstration?
No. We actually do have lab tests, mathematical ones and actual ones. We have now decided to make 2 models, one more expensive and one cheaper, deciding on the materials. We have plywood, insulation, that is basically like a foam, and then there's perforations, wooden or metal. So we have these tests done, and we have a model that is currently in the development, but we have 2 material technical schemes.
Are these furnitures mobile? Do you plan to integrate any, electricity or internet connections? And do you need to fulfill some sort of regulations when installing, other devices into the product?
Yes. Firstly, of course, this furniture has acoustic purpose, but we understand that multifunctionality and holistic approach to the things is very important nowadays, and this furniture is mobile. That is our plus. You don't have to install walls, you don't have to install panels, you just put furniture where it is acoustically at the moment needed. If somebody is talking there and no, yes, then you can put your furniture there and be calm. If you need your furniture to put somewhere else, it is not static. It is very flexible in the layout. That is our plus.
All right, 15 seconds. Last comments?
Just question, we have no time to answer. How will you scale up your business? This is just a question.
Okay, quick answer, scale up.
Well, as we showed in presentation, that we have to start with our local market and then divide through Europe, and our plan is to meet some great people today, and that is why we are here today, to meet people that would bring us to the wider audience.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together, Acoustic Technologies.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next up, welcome on the stage Spectrally, and preparing Snow Vision and Infinicomp. Show her some enthusiasm. She needs it.
Okay, so good afternoon, everybody. My name is Karolina Orłowska, and I'm a CTO and co-founder of Spectrally, where we do Raman-based spectroscopy systems for the quality control. So obviously, quality control is extremely important. And the quality control systems for now, for these days, they are expensive or very time-consuming, or both. The most common method is to take a sample and to send it to the certified laboratory, or do this experiment, this investigation on your own with your own very expensive equipment. So our idea is to put the designed, specially dedicated solution with the Raman spectroscometer inside to give the quality control in the online systems on the production lines. So Spectrally is a system as a service quality control. It uses, as I mentioned before, the Raman spectroscopy, so it could be a real-time online in-system implemented. It is non-invasive. We call it it is so-called non-invasiveness because we don't need to take the sample, and it's very accurate. The market we are focusing at the first is the cosmetics and its ingredients, and as you can see, the numbers are huge. So our main target for now are SMEs, especially from the cosmetic manufacturing industry, but also for the dietary supplements. And in the next steps, there will be other chemical manufacturing substances, also the food tech, and others. So what is behind this name of Raman spectroscopy? Raman spectroscopy is mainly about the energy management between the particle of light, so the photons, and the particles of the substance that we want to investigate. So we put the light, laser light, onto the investigated samples and get the readout in the form of spectra that is very specified for every single molecule. So it is like a fingerprint for it. We can do the classic Raman spectroscopy, or if we want to make it even stronger, we can enhance the signal by putting the substance on the metal-covered, nanoparticles-covered strip to make a so-called source. It is even more sensitive and with a better resolution. So to sum up all the advantages, this is non-destructive, it could be online, there is no preparation, the sample preparation needed. So it speeds up the whole quality control process. It is also possible to incorporate the Raman spectroscopy, so the system to in-depth chemical and molecular analysis, or just do the identification if the spectra, this fingerprint of the investigated sample is the same as we want it to be. In the end, we are offering accelerating the production by putting the quality control on the higher level, reducing the cost, and increasing the efficiency. And what we offer is a full dedication and full system. This is the comparison to other solutions. As I mentioned before, we've started with doing deep tech technology, with creating the whole Raman spectroscopy that is not designed for the laboratory in general, but is dedicated. Our team, our engineers, and this is me. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you. Thank you, Karolina. How are you? All good?
All good.
All good? Breathe in, jury, breathe out. 2 minutes, let's go.
What is your business model? I didn't really
So
call it up.
Yes, it is a B2B model. So we are preparing system as a service. First of all, we are redesigning our system for the proper use. So for example, if it's for the cosmetics industry, we are creating the base of spectra to compare with the quality control systems. And then we put the whole system to the production line for the customer. And we are assuming a long-term cooperation with the consumers so that they can avoid whole R&D department in their company. We are their R&D department for the quality control.
All right, who's next?
Raman spectrometry as a characterization or imaging technology has been there on the market already for some time. What makes your solution better? There was one slide about the competition, but for a half a second I kind of missed that. So can you please elaborate what is the unique aspect of your solution?
Yes, of course. Raman spectrometers are available on the market, and there is a huge variety of them, starting from the big lab tests, and in the end, they are very small, like pastels for now. But our innovation, let's say, it's making it not unique for all purposes that you can use it. So you cannot investigate with our system all chemicals that you can imagine, but these systems are dedicated. So we are reducing the components, the filters, the passive optics, the active optics, to the needed ones, so that it makes the whole construction much cheaper, but still dedicated. And the next thing is the whole data processing and algorithm part that gives you an answer, is your solution okay or not.
Thank you. Exactly on time. A round of applause. Show her some love. Thank you. Thank you very much. Welcome. Welcome, everybody. There are some seats here. Don't be shy. Please do blend in the audience. We have seats for you. We have been waiting for you. Happy to see you here. Next up on the stage is Snow Vision and preparing Infinicomp and 2 AM. Welcome. There you go, sir.
Hello, dear friends. My name is Alexey Karabovsky, and I'm CEO of the company Snow Vision. And earlier, all my life, I was thinking that snow is something that always comes for free. And probably most of you still thinking in this way. But what if I say that one big ski resort like Courchevel, for example, can spend up to 4 million euro per year only for snow production? And there are hundreds of big resorts and thousands of smaller worldwide. And what if I say if we can save 30% of this snow by using smart snow modeling software? But to do this, we need input data for this snow modeling, and we need to know snow mass and snow temperature on the wool slope. And currently, there are no such instruments on the market. That's why we develop unique sensor, which can measure all the main snow parameters in long range up to 1 kilometer. We can do this by analyzing natural microwaves coming from atmosphere and from snow. Besides saving costs, our project also has a great climate impact, because we have a potential to save up to 60 million tons of water every year, and electricity which is needed to produce snow out of this water. And sometimes also CO2, which comes from producing this electricity. If we speak about competitors, then for large area measurement, the satellite is only an option. But their data has low precision and low resolution. That's why they are not really suitable for the task which I explained before. Currently, ski resorts use GPS sensors, which are attached to snow groomers, and in this way they can measure snow height on the slope. But this data also is not enough for reducing snow production. And regular sensors, they just measure in one single point, and this is totally not about large area measurement. And only Snow Vision provides complete and sufficient information about the snowpack to use the whole potential of snow modeling and to use it for real business needs. Our markets are ski resorts with obtainable market share of about 500 million euros, and also hydropower plants in mountains and agriculture in certain areas. In our team, we have scientist Alexander Shvetsov, who is the main developer of this technology. And also our industry expert, Carlo, he works for a company which designs and consults ski resorts. And he is an expert in snowpack modeling. So far, we have raised a bit more than 200,000 euro from different sources. And for that money, we built our first in the world prototype. We tested it at meteorological stations, where we compare our measurement with regular sensors, and we proved that our technology works. Then we had the pilot test with a ski resort in France. And currently we are completing European Space Agency incubation program in Austria and developing the next version of our prototype, which will be close to the final market product. It will be fully autonomous, very robust, and with built-in computer and other smart things. You can see it's almost ready. We need a little bit just to assemble all this together. And just for you, maybe interesting what's inside, quick view. A lot of electronics. You see we have a new control box with built-in industrial computer, which will run this device autonomously. So it means that very soon we will be ready for the next field trials, and we will continue our development. Thank Thank you so much. I hope it was interesting.
Oh, it was, Alexeis, it was. Thank you for the presentation. Jury, the 2 minutes are yours. Let's go.
How you will earn money?
Thank you for the question. Currently we are just developing. I would say this is not a classical startup case. This is mostly R&D and prototyping projects so far. How we are going to earn money? There are different scenarios. One is simple, is like sales or lease of these devices. But in the last time, we mostly thinking about integration of our system into snowmaking system. So the final customer don't need to have different systems, but the snowmaking system is so smart, so it knows how much snow it needs to produce, like that.
All right, who's next? Mikko? Nikolai?
I am an alpine skier as well. What I realized past years, and especially this year, that the season is becoming shorter and shorter. And soon, I guess, and I would like to hear your comment, I believe that alpine skiing with artificial snow becomes a bit of a no-go, because of the environmental impacts. As you mentioned, they really need lots of energy and they consume a lot of water, etc., etc. How would you comment on this?
Yes. Yes, exactly the situation is as you say, the climate is changing, and that's why the production of artificial snow becomes more and more needed, because they have lack of natural snow. And that's why they have growing expenses for production. And it very depends on the attitude of the ski resort and the area it's located. So some resorts maybe will decide no go because they are low and they have no option to produce artificial snow all the season. But some ski resorts which are a bit higher, they have an option and they need to produce snow, and that's why they are interested in this technology.
All right, they're shooting high. A round of applause to Alexeis and his team. Thank you. Next up, welcome on the stage Infinicomp and preparing 2 AM and Adianano. Give him some energy, let's go.
Thanks. Hello, my name is Arturs and I'm from Infinitum Composites. And I will tell you why our 3D printing technology for composite materials is the best in the world. What's composites? Some 11,000-year-old bricks from mud and straw, and also grilled cheese sandwich made this morning, but both are composites. Nowadays, the best-known composite material would be carbon fiber composites. In airplane, like Airbus A350, it's made 52% from carbon fiber by weight. Similar is Boeing 787 Dreamliner, where there is 50%. But why in other composite use cases, in other markets, the use of carbon fiber is so dramatically low? And the answer is the lack of automatization, because most composite parts are made by hand in some tedious and labor-intensive process. The benefits of using carbon fiber are in objects that are flying or operated by batteries or some sports equipment. Our technology, like making cheese sandwiches, applies heat and pressure in one step. Compared to our competition, we have up to 3 times faster deposition rate, energy economy, and lower porosity. For the competition used printers. Customers need to use hot press to lower porosity. This is our test case with our proto customer. We are building our next prototype to produce MVP for our proto customer, and customer will be happy for every 100 grams weight economy, because in racing every second counts. Non-aerospace industries are easier to approach, and they have higher growth potential for automatization. Sorry, our beachhead market currently is automotive, and we can switch to another industry if it's needed, because our technology is easily adaptive. Our team consists of 2 entrepreneurs, also engineers, me and Andrei. Our scientist is Roberto, who is a composites guru. We also have Beatriz and Eric as advisor. And we look for industrial partners.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the presentation. Are you ready?
No.
Well, you have to be. Dear jury, 2 minutes are yours. Let's go.
Could you explain your next steps?
We will look some financial funding for building a next prototype, and then work with pilot customers. So we can prove that our technology is better than our competition.
All right. Any more comments, questions?
So the product you are selling, is that the carbon tape, or what did I?
No. The carbon tape is a material. We have a technology to laminate together several layers of this tape. And our process is similar to what's used in aerospace, but we target a smaller scale.
So it's a composite of several layers of carbon tape.
Yeah, the end product is a composite material.
Is there any limitation as to the dimension, length, weight, thickness?
Yes, there are some limitations, of course. Of the thickness of the material, of course, the tape should be very thin.
But the limitations are not restricted to any of the automotive.
No. There are actually cases because the objects are already there, but they are made by hand. We mean to replace them with a robot that will, like robotic arm or gantry systems that will print these objects.
All right. Last comments? No? Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you for that. Next up on the stage, please welcome 2AM and preparing Adia Nano. Here you go, your clicker, your 4 minutes, your stage. Let's go.
Hello, I'm Ekaterina Kuzmina from 2AM. I'm project manager, and it is deep tech startup, innovative and research development company that manufacture high performance aluminum wire and powder for 3D printing. We are orientated to aerospace, automotive and engineering industries 4.0. Our value proposition is advanced materials and additive manufacturing. For the moment, for traditional metal manufacturing, our existing problems that is high buy-to-fly ratio, is slow manufacturing, and up to 90% of waste. And second problem for that, from 5,500 existing alloy, even less than 1% we can use for 3D printing, and even less for high-performance materials. So we have found a solution, new material, Almascan for 3D printing. It has low buy-to-fly ratio, it has fast manufacturing, high performance, and less than 10% waste. It means that we are green technology. So here you can see our application segments. It is automotive, aviation, and aerospace 4.0 in industries. Exciting news, just in March, first 3D printed rocket launched into space. Imagine that 85% is manufactured with 3D printing technology. It's a proof of concept and big space and big step to forward. So there is direct competitors, but we have advantages because our product Almascan is has a lower price and available also in wire, and it's also stronger material than competitors have. Market global forecast in metal additive manufacturing, as probably you know, is developing with annual growth around 19%, and it will achieve around $19 billion by 2030. This is our achievements for the moment. We have raised 50,000 euros from commercialization reactor. We have 300,000 euros from private investor, and we are looking for 700,000 euros for bridge investment. This is our roadmap for this year, and we have won a prestige competition Fit for Start in Luxembourg, and that's why we plan to base our company in Luxembourg already in May, with the possibility to obtain even bigger grant. And in June, July, we prepare the manufacturing grounds, and in July, we begin Almascan pilot production also here in Latvia, and in September, we begin sales, promotion, and of Almascan product in Luxembourg, and we plan to expand to Western European market. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you. A round of applause. Let's hear what the jury thinks of it.
I have two questions. First, is this a special alloy what you're producing?
Yes, it's special alloy, which is unique, was developed for 10 years, and as I mentioned, this is very unique because only less than 1% and even less can be high performance materials and used for 3D printing.
But you're aware how long it takes to get a material qualified in aerospace or in automotive for 3D printing?
You mean certification until we get...
No, well, defining the parameters, printing parameters, because this is something which is crucial.
But we're cooperating already with space companies, so we are trying to find these parameters.
All right. Who's up next? Mikko? Nikolai?
You are setting up a production of this material in Latvia and in Luxembourg, or I didn't quite get it. Anyways, you plan to raise investment, so to set up the production of something else?
Yes. Because we will have pilot production first here, and after we expand in Luxembourg. Yes, we will have production soon. We have already box where to base it.
Any idea of the volume on an annual base?
Annual base, the volume, the beginning we will start with like 100 kilos per month, just and after, of course, with expanding to Luxembourg, as we hope we will produce, of course, more. And we can also sell a license in future to other corporations if, for example, in space industries, they need more, and to be sure that this product will be produced forward.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, Yekaterina, for your presentation. Thank you for your answers. A round of applause.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And last but not least on this stage right now, Adia Nano. Let's welcome them with a round of applause. Here you go, sir.
Thank you. Okay. Hello everyone, my name is Tom Slapjums and I'm the CEO and co-founder of Adianana. Our company is developing nanomaterials to enhance the capacity of lithium-ion batteries. So, according to global environmental tendencies, the EU is strongly pushing the industries to go green. Everybody knows that the climate change is here and it's mainly caused by CO2 emissions. And the transport sector is responsible for 26% out of all greenhouse gas emissions. And inside it, 77% are generated by road transport. And this is why the automotive sector has shifted its focus to electronic vehicles. But still, the sales are hindered because of the perspective of the customers that the range won't satisfy their needs. And also, the current materials are used on their maximum capacity. And to improve the capacity, the solution of Adianana is to substitute the currently used graphite, which is on the anode side of lithium-ion battery, with our own produced composition of nanosilicon and graphene. Nanosilicon is a very promising material in replacing the graphene because its theoretical capacity is 12 times higher than the currently used graphite. Although silicon is very known, but still it is now used as a very small additive inside the lithium-ion battery. Because if the particles of silicon are not evenly distributed and do not have the same size and shape, they are starting to form so-called agglomerates, meaning basically that the particles are sticking to each other, and then you have a loss of conductivity in the battery. With the production method of Adianana, we are able to homogeneously distribute the particles of nanosilicon, precisely control the shape and size of those particles, and also our method of production is one step and have a 100% yield of the target product. In simple words, our partners have simulated how our material will perform in electronics vehicles battery. So either we can reduce the weight of the battery by 35%, maintaining the initial charge range, contributing to lesser of raw materials used, or we can go up to the power and increase the range with our current material by 200 kilometers, maintaining the initial size of the battery and also prolonging the battery life. So with the raised investment round of total 700,000 euros, we have now moved our laboratory to Poland with state-of-the-art equipment, and currently we are producing different batches of our material to test them according to the testing protocols that were issued by our clients. Our team is consisting of me as the CEO, taking care of all the business-related activities, Violeta as the head of R&D, taking care of all the technical aspects on the product development, and the advisor of our company, Andreas Wurzik, head of the Fraunhofer's silicon division. And also currently we are now actively recruiting new staff, so if anybody thinks that he or she would like to also join the company, please feel free to ask me. Thank you.
Thank you, Tom. Time well spent till the last second. Dear jury, Mikko, let's start with you.
What type of open positions you have? No, your material has this been tested in a real size battery pack or any in a real application?
So, unfortunately, not now. Now, currently, we have tested our material in half and coin cells for 250 cycles, receiving some like really decent results. And now we are preparing the batches to be tested in pouch and multi-layer pouch cells, so basically which are used in phones, laptops and everything, for at least 500-600 cycles.
But eventually you will need to test your material in a battery or a battery pack, right?
Yes, yes.
And when do you see this happening?
So we have a separate project with one of our clients scheduled in the beginning of next year. They are developing prismatic cells for the automotive industry, and we will handle the material to them for testing it initially in just a charge station, and after that in real-life conditions. So next year.
My question, let's imagine 2025 year, where will you be?
There are two scenarios that I'm willing to tell you. So the first is Adianana is a factory delivering up to 20 tons of material per month to various customers, which are lithium-ion battery cell manufacturers. Either it is a second exit strategy sold to a big and powerful partner, somebody like Elon Musk.
Thank you. Thank you for your answers. A round of applause to Tuomas and Adianano. Thank you. Thank you for that. All right, this was the first of several pitch competitions that we have right now, but we have some time. So, Nikolai, Bernhard, Mikko, some comments, some feedback in general. What you heard, what should be improved for the next ones? Are you excited?
Two things, coming more from a sales and marketing side. People should look much more deeper into their competitive solutions, not only in the competitor, because I've seen a lot of presentations here where I know by head that there is already something on the market, and then they have to work out more precisely what is their real advantage, and they should really point out what is the business model, what they would like to follow.
All right, I hope you are writing down everything.
One general comment, I think I addressed it in after one of the sessions. Very often we see pitching decks addressing all possible segments and sectors and industries. That's fine, but everyone knows that it's not going to be realistic to approach everyone at the same time. So my advice, pick one, test it. If it works, it works. If not, take the next one. Don't try to address everyone in everywhere.
Very good. Nikolai, some words.
Advice, suggestion, don't give up. And maybe after a couple of years, startups who were present in their pitches very first time I see, and I know could be more precise, could be more specific, and really successful.
Excellent. Thank you. A round of applause to our dear jury, Nikolai, Mikko, and Bernhard. Thank you, gentlemen, for your time, for your feedback, and write down those comments if you want some more feedback, dear startup people. They are around here. Catch them by their arm, ask them questions,